hello.
Hi.
This is the podcast with myself, Sarah Hester Ross, and my lovely, lovely friend, Deánna Giulietti.
Yeah.
And this is Too Much Fine Less, everybody.
Let's go.
Too much. I mean, look at us.
We're too much.
You are the definition of too much.
I would say so.
Right this second. And I love every single thing about it.
Thank you.
Where did you find that?
You know, that's an amazing question. I went to Taylor Swift because I am a Swiftie.
Okay.
And I was like, how do I get the biggest and brightest pink and sparkly thing that I own?
Well, you
And
succeeded.
Thank you so much.
Like, check. You got it.
These days, I really just go shopping and I'm like, oh, okay, what's the most extra on the perfect? That's me, and I'll get it.
You know what? People that are just listening to this right now, they're now going to have to go to our social medias to see what we're talking about.
Absolutely.
And that is a secret little egg that we're going to be doing all the time. We're like, those of you just listening, you got to go see what we're talking about.
Watch us. That's right. Well, hello, everyone, and welcome to Too Much Fine Less. I really am excited to tell you how this came about. Sarah actually approached me with this idea for a podcast.
Secretly, I jumped on you.
Immediately, it was like, how do you feel about like coming to Vegas and being your extra self and recording it? And I was like, can't wait. Let's do it.
I've been wanting to do a podcast for a long time, mostly because I have no idea about podcasts. I am a weedle baby. I did a lot of research after we decided to do this, but like I'm not a podcast listener. Do you listen to podcasts?
I used to listen to true crime podcasts.
Oh, so you're one of those?
Yes, I listened to Serial when that came out, and you don't even know what Serial is. I'm looking at your face, and you're like,
Because I didn't react.
Captain
Is that
Crunch?
what you mean?
Yeah.
Captain. I do love a good Captain Crunch.
Serial came out, and I
Serial.
was hooked on it, and her mesmerizing voice, and we were going through the true crime, and it was amazing.
You know.
And then I fell off of podcasts. I didn't listen to anything since then.
You know, they say, and I don't know who they are, but I'm
Okay.
pretty sure I heard it on the internet, so it's true.
I'm nervous.
They say that if you listen to murder podcasts, you have a mental health issue.
Da, 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 da. And that's me.
I don't know if that's true or not, but
What an
it's on the
introduction.
internet.
My name is Deánna Giulietti, and I have issues. Let's talk about them.
I listened to true crime podcasts when I got my eyelashes done for a long time because the girl that I went to listened to them during our sessions. No, that's therapy. What's a eyelash appointment?
Eyelash
My
appointment, there it
God.
is.
They basically were sessions.
Yeah.
Because I was listening to true crime and I realized that I have a mental health issue because I
And there it
really
is.
loved them.
You know what? And I'll commit to that. And also, maybe I didn't listen to podcasts so much, but I fell in love with audiobooks too. Like I listened to Harry Potter audiobooks.
I've always been told I have a face for audiobooks.
Period. Who's telling you that? Who is telling you that? You have a face for audiobooks. I'd be like,
You have
thanks.
a face for audiobooks.
Thank you so much.
Oh, just a few X's. Just
Few exes.
yeah.
They've already been taken out to the trash.
It was like
Don't worry
if I
about
had
that.
a dime for every time someone said that to me, I would have 2 dimes.
Wait, I don't know how you're going to feel about this statement that I'm about to make for you, but you have the most perfect voice for radio as well.
I have been told that it's because of my low voice.
Yeah. Oh.
It's my low, raspy voice.
Man, give it to us.
I
We're
also
listening,
think
we're
that I
craving
could do ASMR pretty well. Like, you know what I mean?
it. Okay.
Do you understand what I mean when
Wait,
I say
I'm
that?
free. This is a confession that I have. I do not like ASMR.
You don't? Not at all.
No. At the end of the day, I love to watch. This is a confession, and this is the first episode.
It's
so you're
a safe
learning
space.
quite
This is a
lot from
safe
me.
space. Deánna,
Well,
be your true and authentic self.
I have a confession, and it is that at the end of the day, I like to watch fridge restocking videos. And that is the... Okay, everyone's laughing. Everyone's laughing, and this was a judgment-free zone. We literally just went over it.
No, laughter can be healing and trauma bonding. You know what I mean? Laughter is not a negative thing, people. We are learning together and growing together. Okay, please take me to this.
Okay.
I have seen a few.
Oh, you have?
Yeah, the stalking. But I've only seen people making fun of those people.
You're lying.
I'm not lying.
That's so funny
I'm
'cause
not.
I've never seen a bad word spoken about kitchen restocking videos because it's something about they're restocking their cute little poppy sodas and it's just, and then the whole fridge is stocked up and it's ready for the week. And I feel like so good about it. And I'm always like, I wish I was over your house.
Okay, the true question is, does your fridge look like that?
Let's not get into it.
Oh, okay. So we're not going to talk about your fridge.
In my dream world, it would look like that. But one day, one episode, I'm going to come on here and I'm going to say to you all, go and check out my new account. It's called Fridge Restock with Deánna. And
That
it's
is
gonna be
a very
huge.
specific name. It seems like you've dreamt about this for years.
I have.
Oh
Well, now
my
that you know
gosh.
something very personal about me, I want to ask Sarah about this podcast and about our too much and about everything. Sarah and I are so similar. We may not bond over kitchen restocking videos, but we're so similar. We're the same extra bundle of too much, just in different fonts.
Okay, I was thinking about this last night, lying in bed, high as fuck.
Oh my God, you smoke?
No, edibles.
Got it.
No, I got to keep the vocal
Preserve the
cords.
vocals.
I tried vaping for a little while, which somebody told me was better than smoking. Lies. It's not better.
No.
Okay,
We're
that's the end of
anti-vapors
that.
here.
Not anti-vapors, just
Okay.
it's not for me. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
My vocal cords are my job, so it's like gotta. Anyway, edibles all day, especially to sleep because I have insomnia. But I was lying in bed last night and I was thinking about how we're going to talk about how different we are, and so I came up with this metaphor.
Okay.
You, Deánna Giulietti, are this like light, beautiful cloud, like floating in the sky, made of sunshine and rainbows and unicorn.
Okay.
And me, I am a cotton ball on the bottom of your bathroom floor, wrapped up with like old eyelash extensions
Wait a minute.
and fake nails and old hair. And and glitter, of course.
And glitter. And there's
glitter,
glitter
old
on
glitter.
it. There's glitter.
And so that's us. We
okay.
are the exact same too much, but on different opposites.
Okay, I don't know how I feel about that analogy, but I will agree that we're both like just so not that being too much is a bad thing, but we are so much. Like we have so much energy and we have so much to give and we're extra in all of the best ways, but we're literally two different sides of the coin.
Yep.
And that's why this is the most perfect podcast ever because we cover everything. We cover all different aspects of being your most authentic
You got the
self.
bright, happy girlies, and I've got the sad girlies that are like, let's talk about mental illness and say fuck every other word.
There we go. And
We
we
got all of the girlies covered.
That's right. We got everybody covered. And there's something to say about that. We could do a whole episode about that, but like embracing the messy parts of life and being so much. When you're a mess, be a mess. Be the most messy you can be. Like get it all out there. Like in the healing world, you know what I mean?
Do you put your mess out into the world?
Oh yeah.
Because I feel like you are very well put together online, and I think I think you do it on purpose because you're a pro.
Love that.
You know,
Yeah.
But also, it's your choice of what you put out. You put out everything. You put out your life, but I think that you put out the sides that you want to be seen. Mm-hmm. So, have you ever done a crying video?
Oh my God, Sarah, I have hundreds.
Hundreds?
There are hundreds of videos of me crying. Please, nobody Google this. Nobody go search. I'm like putting a target directly on myself.
Nobody Google this.
Sarah's doing it right now.
Nobody Google any of this
The
right now.
video that got me to 1 million followers on TikTok was a video of me hysterically crying when I left the hairdresser, which is a perfect segue right now because it was one of those times where I was made to feel like being too much was a bad thing. This is the perfect segue, Sarah. We need to discuss why we came about Too Much, Find Less, because we need to talk about those times in our life where we've felt like somebody called us too much and like it was a bad thing and we were like, the heck? What are you talking about?
And this was it for you, for social media specifically.
For social media.
Literally crying on the subway. That's you. I Googled crying Deánna Giulietti. And the first one,
you know what?
literally crying on the subway. I'm crying laughing, but also wear a mask. Can you fix my hair and not make me cry? You do have hundreds of crying videos.
I absolutely do. And I'm not ashamed of it. If you want to cry,
shouldn't
cry.
be.
If you want to cry, cry. If you want to get it all out on the floor, do it. Okay?
You shouldn't
Because
be.
you're going to be healed by the end of it and you're going to feel good in the end.
Crying is very healing.
It's cathartic.
It's so cathartic.
It is.
I strive really hard not to cry because I pay
Really?
a lot of money for my lashes. And that is probably the most Jewish thing I've ever said in my life.
It's creepy. Do you have like an emotional side? Like are you a crier or do you not really cry?
Yes.
You are a crier.
Oh, I'm a crier.
It's a good thing.
I'm a crier. But I cry at like inappropriate things. Like if I can't get every feeling that I have out, I cry.
Valid.
I cry when I'm uncomfortable.
Valid.
I cry at like really cheesy like dog commercials.
Valid.
Oh.
All of that is very valid. Cry more. Do you know what I mean?
I think all crying.
You can never cry too much. Bringing it back.
Oh, bringing it back to the topic at hand. You can never cry too much.
That's right.
But I do feel like I try to reel in my emotions just in general because I think once I start crying, like I won't stop for a really long time. And I have things to do. I have errands. I have creative projects that I'm working on, and crying's just not on the list for the day-to-day things.
I have another wacky kind of confession. It's a little wackadoodle.
God, I love this so much. I just can't. I'm going to go through all of these videos later.
No.
But we're moving on.
No. But what I will say is there's stretches of times where I will literally have not cried for, let's say, like a month and a half or something.
And your body feels it or something?
My body's just like, girl, you need to go cry. And I will put on Marley and Me. I will put on P.S. I Love You. And I will put my phone on Do Not Disturb. And I'll be like, I just need to cry. And it feels amazing. Is that so wacky?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
I mean, again, you're going to say Marley and Me. This is the difference between you and I. I haven't had a good cry. I'll put my phone on silent and I will masturbate.
What I was not expecting was that. Oh, righty. Crying? All right.
And have a good cry after a nice little masturbation moment. And have a good cry. Come on. I'm not by myself. Like it's a release of endorphins, and you need that emotional release, and you have two releases. How is that not?
I am not laughing at you. I'm laughing at.
I know.
I was not expecting this.
I take
at
it.
all.
I take your laughter as not negative.
No, it is. I am shook. I've never heard that ever.
Okay, girlies.
Yeah,
this is what I
please.
want all the girls to do.
Yep.
And guys too.
Absolutely.
I think this is a all-inclusive
Absolutely
podcast. We're not just for the girls and the gays. We're for the theys and the men.
We're for every single person.
All of them. I want to encourage you to turn off your phones tonight. Light a candle. Maybe put on some Barry Manilow. I don't know why that's the first artist that I thought. Let's go with put on some Lady Gaga, Joanne.
What
like
a
era.
tune! What a tune!
What
Anyways,
a record!
Continue.
What a record! Put on something that makes you feel like you're gonna cry and that you love. Do a little tickle, masturbate, let that happen, and then see if you cry afterwards. I'm just saying, it doesn't suck.
I have no words. I have no words. I can't believe this is the PSA that we're giving in our first episode.
This is our first episode.
But it makes perfect sense.
This is my first call out.
It makes perfect sense. I am dying. Can't wait to hear from you guys.
And,
if this is an experience.
and then immediately after you start crying, DM us, because I want to get your immediate reactions of like, you were so right, Sarah. You're a
Sarah
god.
said, keep me on your mind.
You're a goddess.
Sarah said, keep me on your mind while what's going on is going on. And I am dying because I need to know. I want you guys, if I am so wrong and being shocked right now, you text us.
But you do masturbate, right?
Yeah. Like, I'm going to tell you right now, like, I have never cried after.
I think it is a mindset.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You got to be prepared for it. Guys!
Is this wacky? Is it
Guys,
wacky?
it is a mindset. You got to be prepared. You got to be prepared to like, go in being like, okay, you know what? I'm probably going to cry after this.
Okay, this video is going viral. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, that clip is going viral. You're going to be like, you cried after Marley and me, and I cried after masturbating.
That's the difference between you and I.
And you know what?
You put on
That's
Marley and
it.
me, and I get out my best vibrator, my best girl, my best girl. And I have that release, and then I have the upper release, bottom, top release, all
and
the
you
same
know
time.
what? I guess we cover all the girlies. Just
All
right there.
of the girls.
Everybody.
I can't be alone.
No.
I cannot be
so
alone
you text
in
in
this.
and tell us if she's alone or not. I'm like, wow. You're
Text
opening
in,
my
the
eyes.
number's right
Things
here.
I'm learning in the past literally 10 minutes has been amazing to me. I'm not even kidding. Wow. Wait, how do we feel about going into our stories on the times about we felt too much?
Yes. Can you go back that far? Of like the first.
Sarah! She just came in with the jab.
You
She
an
said,
old fart.
Anyways.
That is not what I meant.
That's okay.
I'm assuming that the too muchness that you have been called happened quite early.
Okay, what's a little wacky? Is wacky my favorite word? How many times have I said it?
I mean,
can there be a tally count? Because
we should do some sort of a drinking game.
And it's going to be wacky.
Every time
right
you
now,
say wacky.
I am obsessed with the word wacky.
Take a
Everything's
shot.
wacky, and I'm obsessed with how wacky it is. Like, anyways.
Did it come from the audio wackadoodle?
No.
Because I love that audio. It is wackadoodle time.
It is wackadoodle
It
time.
is wackadoodle time.
I've been saying wacky since back in college. My friend Tina Wargo, shout out. She, we were like big theater nerds, and something happened. She literally turned to me and was like, that was wacky. And we never dropped it. For a year,
I like it.
I was obsessed with it. Completely forgot about it. Tina and I had a reunion. I hosted the Tony Awards. That's a lie. I didn't host it, but I hosted the red carpet and did interviews.
You basically did.
Thank you. Thank you.
Was this the last one without the writers during the writer's
without
strike?
yes.
So there wasn't a host, so you basically did.
Yeah, okay. And I'm going to, I feel
Just
good about
go
that.
with it.
I feel good about that. And we reconnected.
Lie until someone calls you out.
And
That's what I always say.
she said wacky. While we were doing the interviews, somebody said something and she goes, that's wacky, right? And looked at me and I was like, you just brought wacky back, baby. I am wacky. And now I can't drop it. So I'm back to my college days right now.
What is the definition of wacky?
You know, it could be anything. Do you watch Suits? This is very niche. All right. Wacky could be anything. If someone is obsessed with something, oh my God, the poker, World Series of Poker right now in Vegas, right? That entire thing as a whole, wacky.
It's wacky.
It's wacky. And how obsessed people are and following people around with their cameras and stuff. Like, they're so obsessed. It's wacky. And I love it.
Definition, funny or amusing, I don't know why it's underlined, in a slightly odd or peculiar way.
Period. And that's me.
I
Deánna
love
Giulietti.
the word.
Wacky.
I love the word peculiar.
Peculiar,
Say
fantastic
it.
as well.
Peculiar.
Peculiar. What are your favorite words?
Peculiar. I love the word cunt. You asked.
This is so funny.
You
we
asked.
are so different. Guess
You
what mine
asked.
is?
What's your favorite word?
All words that end SKS. Desks. Asks. Masks. And yours is
Cunts. You could add cunt to
There we
that
are.
list. Cunts.
Okay. I would love it. I just love that SKS. Oh, that's how I feel about it.
Wacky.
Exactly.
All right.
I like it
that's,
wacky.
Well,
enough.
okay. That's one of our words.
Anyways.
That's one of our words.
Back to
Wacky.
the too much conversation.
Yes.
How,
So can you remember the first time you were called too much?
I can. And again, what is wacky about it is that it was way later in life. It was way later in life.
Not even as a child?
It was in my late 20s. I was told that I was too much. What? By people who I should not have let open the door into my life.
A gasp. I am aghast.
And here's what I thought. And I thought about this for a long time because when Sarah asked me for our first episode, we should talk about times that we were too much. I had to think about it. And I was like, I've never been told I was too much growing up. First of all, I have the most supportive parents in the world. I have the most supportive siblings.
Your parents are delightful.
They're amazing.
I don't know them. I've never met them, but I feel like they're mine.
And I love that.
Yeah.
Oh, that gave me little chills. They're the best, and they're so supportive of everyone. And I learned immediately to love everyone that way because they're just so like, they embrace wackiness. Do you know what I mean? Like if somebody comes up to them with a hula hoop obsession or something, they're like, you're going to be the best hula hooper ever. Like, you know what I mean? There's never a question in their mind of like hula hooping.
So what you're saying is that you have no childhood trauma and you need to get the fuck out of my face.
We can't
even child trauma bond?
Oh, she's got trauma, but no, I don't have child trauma. I know.
This is ridiculous.
But what I also have thought about was I've always been a wild child, right? Like I was the one singing on the school bus. I was the one who created a show choir band in high school. Like I was always, there's a lot to uncover there.
A show choir band.
I did say bands, and what I meant was a cappella group.
But did you do like the instruments with your mouth?
Absolutely.
I did too, bitch.
There we go. What about a little trumpet?
I was a...
Okay, obviously I fell out of practice. That was from her mouth. Can you believe?
One of my secret
Can you
talents.
believe that was from her mouth and not an instrument in the room, folks?
Can you believe
Can you believe it?
Nobody believes.
And so what I'm saying is I've always had this kind of I never thought I was too much. So even if someone did, when I was little, tell me that I was too much, I swear to you right now, I never heard them. I never cared because they were too boring for me. I was already moving on. I was already making me and my friends dance to Thriller at the band concert in elementary school. Like I was already, if somebody was making fun of me, I was like, I'm hosting the school talent show. Like, you're not going to be involved. Like,
what's
period.
it like to have that confidence as a young child? I feel like if I had that confidence, and God knew to not give me that kind of confidence because I would walk in a room and just swallow people whole. I would. I swear.
That's kind of what it felt like. I was like, I'm not kidding.
I don't even know what that feels like. I have to have this little voice in the back of my head and being like, Sarah, shut the fuck up. No, that's not it. And I usually ignore it, but at least I think about it first. But you don't even have that voice.
No.
I
really don't.
Unbelievable. It's wacky.
It is absolutely wacky.
It's wacky.
And from all of this, right, like really growing up this way, I was so quick to, if someone tried to bully me, let's say, or like, call me too much or anything, it was so blinders are on because I was like, they're so wrong. They're like LOL, this guy.
Because they are.
This guy thinks being the lead of the musical's weird. What a loser. I gave it no second thought and it changed that's why I am the way I am 100%.
People spend thousands of dollars in therapy trying to get to that mindset.
100%. And I know that, and I think that's why for me social media like popped off so much because people were like, that's like, she just like has this thing.
Yeah.
I have that thing and I know it and I love it and I embrace it and I thank my family for it. And
Amen. Hallelujah.
Amen. But I will also say because of it, as I got older, the more older people that I was introduced to in my life took advantage of that. And kind of I opened the door to some people who made me feel small. And they would, because I had never experienced it before. And
because they were trying to like see-witch you, like take it from you?
Yeah, take
your energy.
We could go into, there's a lot of like specific
own
stories here. Yeah.
Okay, but go back to the first story.
But the first story
that you were called too much.
Yeah, was I used to work on cruise ships. And I was a performer, and my very first cruise ship I was performing on was AIDA Cruise Lines.
Okay.
And I had to fly to Germany and live in Germany for 2 months to do these shows.
How horrible.
And
devastating.
Hamburg, Germany. And I was so excited. Nothing could hold me back. I was so excited. I got there. There were these guys in the show, in the cast, who it was their mission to take away my joy. They constantly, like, and I was in a place where I knew no one, you know, it was just me. And like, I was away from my supportive lifestyle that I was privileged enough to grow up in.
Yeah.
And they just constantly told me I was too much, too happy, too positive, and it was every day. I had to experience it every day.
Were they like directors or like?
They were just castmates. They were in the cast.
The audacity.
The audacity.
What the hell?
And every night I would go home and I would say to myself in the mirror, I went back to like manifestations, and I would just be like, you're hot. You're so positive. You're the happiest person in the room. You're so talented. Like, and I would boost myself up. And that's the only way I got through it, because that was the first time people were like actively trying to hurt me. Like, I was so
Give
happy.
me names. I want names. Names first and last, middle if you have it.
We've grown from there. So we can't
Oh
be
my God, I want to destroy them.
It did teach me a lot. And I like learned through that of like, you have to trust yourself, and you have to trust your intentions and your heart. And I got through that, and I will never, ever, ever put myself in a situation like that. I should have quit. I should have quit like a month in. I could have gotten another cruise job. I could have worked anywhere else, but I should not have been surrounded by that like kind of energy where they were just like, they were appalled by my happiness. And I'm not kidding. Like, quotes they would say to me is like, you're too happy. You're too much positivity right now.
That is terrible.
Can you
coming
imagine?
from probably a depressed train troll. They were probably so gross, weren't they?
They were going through a lot in their lives, and I just felt, yeah.
That's such a bullshit excuse. I
Right?
hate that shit.
That was the
I'm
very
going through
first
shit, so
time.
I'm going to shit on other people.
It's just not right. And the fact, I think it just hit me more because I was removed from
Your
like
safe
my
space.
life.
Yeah.
I knew no one. These
Yeah,
were
yeah.
the only people I knew in Germany. You know, like, so it
Were
hit
they
me a little bit
Germans
more.
or-
It's not like I could go home and be like, woof, washed off that work day. It was rough.
Yeah.
It was like, no, I live with them.
Were they Germans or were they Americans?
One was American and the other was my ex-boyfriend who lived in London. So there's a lot to unpack there, and we'll do that on another episode. But I will say that was wacky in the bad way.
So, yes. And this is very interesting going into that mindset, that topic of like people calling you too much. It is almost 100% of the time someone that you're like in a relationship with, affectionate, like an ex or a family member. It's never like just like some rando. Well, now social media, yeah, it happens.
Yeah.
But like in normal life, it's always your person that's supposed to love you no matter what and think you are good in your truest self that is like, I want you to be less than you are.
It was the weirdest mind game ever. Like, you had to be so like mentally strong of like, no, it's good to be happy, Deánna. It's good to be positive. Like, keep it up. Like, and then of course someone who was so close to me, like we were dating, he would in private be talking about how like I'm helping him be positive. And I was like, huh? Like, it was like, good, right? And then how are you using that against me still? It was some stuff, man. Yeah, so that's that. That
But
was
you
the very
used
first
it.
time.
But you used it and you have turned it around. Do you think about that a lot? Do you think about that time of your life?
What I
Like
think
to remind
about
yourself?
when we broke up, when the cruise contract was done, I felt very trapped. There's so much to that story because I lived with him on a boat.
Yeah, no.
And-
Cruise ships are their own little, and everybody's
Oh my God, we
everybody and everybody.
Oh my
like,
God.
Oh my gosh, I could go into days.
Absolutely. So
Days
get
talking
ready
about
for the
cruise
cruise episode. Everyone start scrolling now for the cruise ship episode because it's wild.
Yeah.
But I will say, when we broke up, the cruise contract had just ended. We broke up and I felt this just relief. I was like laughing and crying in my bed when we broke up. And I enjoyed being single for 3 years after that. And it was just like, oh, I was blossoming. I was blooming because I had just released this toxic energy that had been holding me down, trying to mute my positivity.
Yeah.
That's what was knocking him off. He was like, oh, you're just like too excited about stuff. Are you taking the piss, mate? Or are you really that happy? And I was like, isn't that wild?
So I'm
I
guessing
can be happy.
He was an extra on Mary Poppins.
Yeah, absolutely was. Absolutely.
Was he British?
She was from Manchester.
God!
Who's from Manchester. Yeah.
The British boys.
Those British boys.
I gotta be honest. Not a fan.
Me neither.
They're scary. They're scary British boys.
It's the kind of humor that I don't enjoy because, as we spoke about, I like bunnies and rainbows and clouds, and I like them. Yeah. I like that.
Oh, I know you like them.
So if you're gonna give me a joke, give me a happy, wholesome one because I'll really laugh along. But their humor is very jabby and dark, and I don't really relate to that.
Well,
so anyways,
it's a good thing that you're not with him anymore because he
so
sounds awesome.
Oh, yeah.
He sounds like he's just gonna thrive in the world.
Yeah. But it was that like release of being out of it. Oh my God. I was like, the best days of my life were being single out of it. I was like, this is it. Like everything is back. I was seeing colors and smelling sounds. I was like a new human being. And it did teach me a lot.
What does this sound smell like?
Wow.
It smells like halitosis. A little bit of halitosis.
Serotonin. It was just so great. And and because of that just like terrible toxic situation that I was in, I have been able to recognize those negative bad energies. And as soon as they come into my life, I'm like, boom, my standards went up 1,000,000%. I was like, I will never date again. I will never, ever date again unless the man adds just flowers and bouquets of sparkling fireworks to my life.
It was such a freedom in your mind.
Such a freedom.
Oh my God.
Such a freedom. So the person who told me I was too much really did flip the switch for me. I became way more independent, way more vocal about what I will accept and what I want and who I am. So it did. I if I had to go back, I would do the same again so I could be exactly who I am right now.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I was about to say. Like, if you quit, you wouldn't have learned.
Exactly. You're right.
That's a. Is that a lesson? Is that a lesson that we should be teaching right now?
I mean, it's good.
Don't necessarily immediately quit something just because it's
giving
bad,
you a challenge.
toxic environment, because you're going to learn from that and grow, hopefully, right?
Yeah, right.
I mean, granted, you are probably abnormally self-aware.
My dad has always said that.
I don't think a lot of people are that self-aware of themselves.
That is so wacky that you said that because nobody's ever said that but my dad. Okay, Zaddy.
Am I your daddy now?
What kind of... Whoa. We're learning a lot.
I'm your daddy now. I'm your daddy now.
That's what he always said. He was like, you're abnormally self-aware. And I was like, thanks.
It's not normal.
Yeah.
And that's, again, not a bad thing.
No, I feel good about it.
Like, I wish that, I think that I would be a lot healthier in life if I was more self-aware at a younger age.
Well, tell me about your too muchness. Like, when did somebody think they had the audacity to say that to you?
Girl, the womb.
Not the womb.
The womb. I swear, it's not, I mean, I came out, obviously, I don't know. I wish. Don't you wish you could remember the time in the womb?
This is a lot to unpack.
They say that the babies feel like the safest in there.
Yeah.
And like they come out, it's extremely traumatic. But you don't remember that trauma.
Because you black it out. I heard that too.
You're also a 1 minute-year-old baby.
Absolutely. And your brain is literally going like, but what I was, you know what I mean?
I smelled that sound, by the way.
Yeah, absolutely.
I smelled the sound and it smelled like cinnamon.
That is what birth smells like. So that's crazy.
Oh my God.
I did it. This is so weird. Another wacky thing. I went to a memory class where we went back to our very first memories we could ever
I want to do that so bad.
It's the best thing ever. Everyone should do it.
No, but okay, everyone should not do it because you don't have any childhood trauma.
Okay.
I want to do it
Circling
as like
back.
an opening because I think I have a lot of childhood trauma.
Okay.
And it's one of the reasons why I don't remember a lot of things. And even the story that I'm about to tell you, I don't remember this happening to me. I just remember my mom telling me the story of it happening to me. So
so you might benefit from this class 100%.
I need it.
Yeah.
I think that
Someone
I would
in my
go
class-
home and masturbate and cry all day long.
And we're back. But what I will say is someone in my class, because it was like a group thing, remembered being in the womb.
Oh!
Isn't that weird? Not weird. I meant to say wacky.
My first, and oh God, I hate this about myself. I'm such a pessimist.
We're going to get you to cut saying I hate this about myself because I can't hear you say it again.
As soon as you said that, I went, liar. They're a liar.
Really?
Yeah. Probably because I grew up in the church.
Ooh, we're getting okay. Okay. There's going to be a lot of people listening who are relating to exactly what you're talking about right now.
Immediately, I'm like, oh, liar.
Growing up in the church.
Like people who, and that's part of my too muchness story. Of just like the idea that I grew up in a very conservative home. My dad, who is now passed, he was Jewish by birth. He grew up in a Jewish home, Jewish neighborhood in Baltimore. He was never religiously Jewish. So when he married my mom, who is a like Southern Baptist, grew up in Alabama, like hardcore, so when they got married, my dad just converted. So my brother and I both raised in a very conservative home. We went to church every week.
Okay.
We did celebrate Passover and Hanukkah just because my dad
was Jewish.
But he didn't really care about any of the other Jewish traditions and festivals and stuff like that, me growing up. So the story of me remembering when I was told that I was too much was in kindergarten. And it was during nap time. And again, I don't remember this story. I just know the story from my mom telling me because childhood trauma blocked it out. I swear, I have such happy memories of my childhood. I remember none of the bad. And I think that is a mental block that I have created for myself.
For
Safety.
survival.
Yeah, totally.
That's what they say, that you block out memories that were traumatic for you so you can be you.
Yeah.
And function the way you need to. So.
Yeah. I remember very little of my childhood. But this story, again, don't remember it. It's a story that my mom told me. So it was during nap time, and I would sing. I would make up words. You know, they have like A, B, C, D, but not with the words, just like music playing or like ding, da, ding, da, ding, just to keep the kids like chill, like set the vibe.
Like white
of a
noise,
nap
but a
time.
little nicer.
Yeah.
'Cause that's scary. Yeah.
I would make up lyrics and sing to the song during nap time. And I would get in trouble because, I'm disturbing everybody else.
You're creative because your brain is just exploring that you're an
still
artist.
happens to me to this day. Like when I try to sleep, I can't turn my brain off. So I know that is a real thing because it's been happening to me since I was very small.
Yeah.
So my mom said that my teacher sent me, because my mom was the music teacher at my elementary school. So she would send me to my mom's room during nap time. And my mom told me that my elementary school kindergarten teacher said that she's too much. I can't deal with her.
A teacher.
But I feel like that's probably a common concept with teachers.
Really?
Again, I don't want to blame teachers for that because they are dealing with 20 to 30 kids at a time.
Absolutely, yes.
And it's very a stress that I've never had to deal with. My mom was a teacher, and it's a calling. It's a calling from the Lord.
My mom's also
above.
a teacher.
Is she?
Yeah, special education teacher.
That is
And
a
a special
whole
assistance teacher.
different ballgame
Absolutely.
too.
Absolutely.
Like it is a special calling. So I don't want to like go straight to like how dare the teacher, but it's just that the idea that creativity in its outer box, even with children, is definitely a negative thing. And I think that they're trying to get better. They're trying to look at children's uniqueness and creativeness and be like, okay, how do we tap into that? How do we get to a better understanding of where their mind is? But the story is not over. So what makes the story even funnier, which is why it has been told all throughout my life, is that they came up with a system to try and put headphones over my ears during nap time so I wouldn't hear the music. And my mom says that it just made me sing louder so I could hear myself.
I love that.
So I have
much as I hate that, because
I've been too much since I can remember.
As much as I hate that, because there just are so many different ways, and I think now they do implement things like that. When they see kids responding to music in that way, they nourish that instead of literally silencing you from it. Like literally putting
like maybe if she doesn't hear anything.
and she'll go to bed. What? Yeah. That's really unfortunate, and I really don't like that happened to you. But again, I love that about you.
From that going forward, and again, growing up in a religious household as a woman, being too much and always outgoing, it was always a negative thing. I was always taught to be like, be more ladylike. I don't know what that sounds like in the mic, but I hope it sounds terrible.
Yeah.
Because that's what I feel about it now. Yeah. Be more ladylike.
Come on.
Why don't you suck my dick?
Yeah.
That's where I am now.
There we go.
I went opposites, babe. I went from 1 to 10 immediately in my lifetime.
There are so many people listening to this who maybe right now feel that way, where they're being told they need to be quieter or more ladylike. Or what does that even mean? Like, we're ladies. Well, we are ladylike.
I have a lot of thoughts on this issue.
Yeah, of course.
And we can get into that at a later date. Okay. But my religious trauma is wide. Yeah. And my thoughts on religion just in general is, I blame it all on the patriarchy.
Okay.
The idea, religion is stemmed from the patriarchy and men wanting to be in control of the community. So they created this make-believe thought. Not that God is make-believe. I want everyone to know that I have my own faith and I have my own belief, but I believe that man-made religion is a cult.
Wait, this is a whole episode. I'm not even kidding. I minored in religion in college.
I also minored in religion. I have a minor in Old Testament.
All right, everyone. Make sure you tune in to our episode called Religion.
Coming to you.
Where we discuss potentially childhood trauma, maybe, but we also are discussing religion, how we feel about it as a whole. Yep. Make sure you tune in and please text this number below because we will be getting into it. Are you? This is so crazy. Is this
I think
crazy?
That we should probably answer some of those questions now. Since we're talking about the number.
Yeah, I'm a little in shock, but okay, yeah. I'm a little in shock right now. Isn't this crazy? Like, we're the same person, different fonts. Like, that's what it is.
You have a minor in religion?
You have a minor in religion? Do you know what I mean? We're about to get crazy. This is about to go off. But now that we talked about the text, you brought it up. This is perfect. We are too much and we love it and embrace it now. And we are ready to share how we love being our most authentic selves with you. So we had asked people to message us, text the number, send a voicemail to the number about times that they feel like they're too much and when they were told that they were too much. And we, as embracing extra queens, we're gonna put on our cutie little crowns.
Oh my gosh, right. I've got all these crowns. Shout out to Sweet V.
We love you, Sweet V.
Sends me crowns all the time.
We love you, Sweet V.
We're gonna put on our crowns.
We're gonna put on
wisdom.
Our crowns. Mine's right over here. Give me a sec. Isn't it this? Like, it has to be this one. It's like emerald. Do you see it?
Can we just take a moment for that? Whatever that was, I loved it.
Let's take a moment for the crowns and
take a moment for that reach to the crown. Like, I don't know what.
She can't sit in silence. I'm with you. I can't sit in silence. It's boring. And you can't silence me with headphones.
You can't.
Period.
George.
I'm going to burp. It's going to
George is our producer, everybody, I think. Yeah. Nikki and George. Yeah. Everybody, shout out to our producers, Nikki and George.
And this is the song we sing for them. Nikki and George.
Nikki and George.
And that's just really it. And it changes. Every episode, that will change. So, we're here. Okay, back to it. Again, we asked you all to send texts. I put it on my story at Deánna Giulietti on Instagram. Call in with voicemails, and we got some responses.
Did you just shout out your Instagram on our podcast?
I don't remember.
I
don't remember. Anyways.
Bitch. This is about us, Deánna. It's not about you.
And at Sarah Hester Ross. Like, that's who you're talking to. Sarah Hester Ross and Deánna Giulietti.
Oh, an afterthought. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks. I appreciate it.
You're right.
Okay,
Let's switch it up.
Okay, Sarah since this is our first episode, we have absolutely no idea how we're doing this.
Yeah, no.
I can't believe we've been talking this long.
I know. You know what? I can't. I'm telling you.
Girl, I woke up this morning thinking, what the hell am I going to talk about for an hour? What am I going to talk about? I was riddled with anxiety.
Are you serious?
Yep.
I was like,
I
can't
know.
wait for today.
I know. You were like, let's eat some cotton candy. I know.
Yeah.
That's the difference between you and I.
I woke up, she was like, do you want a coffee? And I was like, wow, she's even giving me gifts. This is going to be the best day of my life.
I'm a giver.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're answering questions. We're talking about topics that people have sent in to our number.
Which is right there.
Right there. And so
Or there.
even listening to this podcast or watching right now, watching? Oh my God. Hold on. Sarah, that was really embarrassing. We're going to talk about this later for hours. Probably right before I sleep.
No.
And we're going to replay this moment over and over and over again.
I'm just
But
going to say
now,
really fast.
I need you to focus.
I'm going to help her out of this,
together.
people.
All right. Okay. Back.
I saw we're about exes, but like I do think we could have a whole episode on exes and like going through people like the shitty things that exes have said to people because it's wacky.
That's what I mean.
Bad way.
Talking about this, like the first time you were called too much is a partner of yours, someone that you were like that saw you and was like, I want to be with this person emotionally.
You know, negging.
Huh?
You know, negging, right?
He negged you?
It was like negging. Or I that is what I have told myself to heal. Is like that's what he was doing. Like,
Okay,
he thought it
explain
was
to
flirting.
people who do not know what negging is.
Negging is like when someone is trying to pursue you and they're using like negative qualities about you, like they're mean to you and they say like really cutting negative things to you. Wait, literally this
Which
man,
a lot of girls love.
Yes.
They think
clear,
that
I
they
didn't
love
love
it.
it.
They think that they love it.
Yeah.
But they're like, because in their brain they're like, oh my gosh, he knows me.
Right.
He's just teasing me.
it's we could go into the whole thing about how like that's also the patriarchy and ingrained in us to like not feel good. There's so much there.
100%.
But I will say this guy, the like bully, I guess, he asked me, he was like, what's something that women are really insecure about? And I was like, what? And he was like, not like something serious, but like a little like off. And I said to him, I was like, I think a lot of girls, their eyebrows, like their eyebrows are sisters. They're not twins, So like that's something that all girls like kind of think about. And he was like, thanks. I kind of want to use it and like make fun of this girl's eyebrows to see if she could sleep with me. And I literally, we were on a boat. We were at the crew bar on the ship. And I was like, did I just help him bully this girl so he could sleep with her? Like it was such
also,
a weird, like, I need a whiskey. Like what's
the
happening?
audacity of him sharing that information with you.
Like,
that
it
you
was
would
just-
just be like, oh yeah, let's take down all women. Let me help you.
Right. I was like, I don't even know. It was. I
Was his name
living a
Nate?
wacky
His
life.
name is always
No,
Nate.
it wasn't.
It was Nate. Oh, Nate.
It wasn't Nate.
Well, I'm pretending his name was Nate.
But okay, let's
because
get into it.
Nate.
But I do think, honest to God, we should have a whole episode on exes and how toxic / how you can get out of those situations and how they're great.
I have very few exes.
Fierce.
I
Even better.
have only slept with 2 men in my entire life.
Put it in the episode. This is the episode.
Put it in the episode.
No, we're doing that.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
That's going to be a whole thing.
Okay, what are we doing? How are we doing this?
Then I think we should start with like, someone said that at my last job I was told I was too ambitious.
Oh, here's one. This is a text from Gabrielle. Shushed me and told me not to be so loud when I was excited about something important. I cannot stand being shushed. I cannot stand it. It is the rudest. I would rather someone say, bitch, shut the fuck up than someone shush me.
Yeah, 100%.
I swear to it is so rude because you know what it makes me think of? It makes me think of authority. It makes me think
Ooh.
of a person that is shushing being like, I'm your parent.
Yeah.
I am an authority over you. And I'm like, babe, you're not.
Yeah.
You're someone
in
who
chat.
bought a movie ticket the same as me.
Yeah.
You're not better.
Yeah, please.
You're not better.
And
Shush
think
me.
about that. Think about the other half of that of you're excited about something and someone's trying to make you feel less than for that. Get out of here with your boringness. Get out of here. I cannot stand that. When you are excited about something, you're bringing so much light into the room. Like that, I literally see that when someone gets excited about something and they get the light in their eyes and that passion, I'm always like drawn to that energy.
I feel like we're going to talk about this a lot. We're going to talk about this idea a lot, that people are trying to diminish your light because their light is so dull.
Yeah.
And they think in their mind that their light is going to shine brighter if yours is diminished.
When that's not the case. One of my favorite quotes is, when you shine so bright, you give other people permission to shine as well, to rise to that occasion. So keep being excited. Ignore the shush. Get so hype about it because you're
ignore the shush.
Ignore the shush because you're opening up all this room in the space.
That is a t-shirt, Deánna.
Period.
Ignore the shush. And maybe punch them. I don't know. That's my first thing.
She goes 0 to 60, but hey.
I do.
But it's right there. Like, you open up the wall. Like, as soon as you get excited about something, I guarantee you there's other people around you who want to be that excited too, and you just gave them the permission to. So you're the bright light. Keep shining. Get rid of the shush. Ignore the shush. That's embarrassing for them.
It is so embarrassing. And I wish we could embarrass them more. I don't know how to do it. You know what I mean? Like when someone is like, I want to embarrass, I want you to feel embarrassed because you should be embarrassed. You should be embarrassed when you say things like, ugh, you're shining too bright. And I want to say, you have a breath that smells of poop and sourdough.
I know.
Is that embarrassing to you? Are you embarrassed now?
How did that work? No, I don't know. I am of the mindset of,
I know what your mindset is.
Yeah, you're never
like,
addressed.
Positivity. Give
know.
it to get it.
Yeah, I really do really, really, really to my core think that. Like if you surround yourself with good positive energy and ignore that negativity, you just live in this bubble. You know what I mean? Not in an ignorant bliss bubble, but you live in I won't even let that affect me.
I mean, it is a little ignorant bliss.
Well, no, I mean like you're acknowledging someone attacking you, right? Someone's shushing you, like you're getting too excited about that. They can't even just, do you know what I mean? It's like, we're not even addressing you. You're not even allowed to be embraced by my excitement.
See, and I turn around and stare at them
So
without blinking. Without blinking until they feel so uncomfortable they move away from me.
And you know what? There's nothing wrong with that either. We're taking just both approaches here. You need both of us, okay? You can hop on either side of this.
Yeah, we're on the same coin.
We're on the same coin.
Different sides.
Exactly.
Exactly. I like when you said that last time.
Where's another?
Okay.
Let's grab another.
It's your turn.
Every time I laugh too loud.
Okay.
It's in the same vein of the excitement. Your laughter, you're being told you're too much because you're enjoying life. Get over themselves. Come
I
on.
am a head throwback laugher.
Me too.
Are you?
I'm a knee slapper, head throwbacker, lean forward laugher.
Yeah. I'm one of those, I have a very loud laugh.
And I love your laugh.
Because I laugh with my mouth open, you know, so it's like...
Yeah. Yeah.
I did.
It's from the throat.
I can't believe I did that so well.
Love it.
And I faked it. That was a fake laugh, but it was spot on.
Yeah, I love
spot
it.
on my laugh. I do. It's on my throat.
I'm like if I'm laughing, I'm tapping everybody's knees. I'm like, are you laughing? Is that so funny? Is that so good? I love it because I want everybody to be like having a good time.
I used to be a laugh hitter.
I love a laugh hitter.
Well,
oh my God.
I did. Like,
Yeah.
like if somebody made me laugh, I would be like, and I push them. And I was like, maybe
I see how that could backfire.
Maybe that's a little too aggressive. I have weaned myself off of that.
Okay. Yeah, no.
And I don't it's probably trauma.
Oh, okay.
Probably trauma
Okay.
that I have blocked it out, but I think I hurt someone one time.
No
or the person got really mad that I hit them.
Which I
get. It's
not for everyone.
Nobody should be touched if they don't want to be touched.
Exactly. It's not for everyone.
And
the
so
laugh hit is not for everyone. The knee slapper hit is not for everyone. But the throw your head back and have a good cackle for
Cackles
everyone.
are always welcome.
One of my really, really close friends, his name's Tyler. His laugh is, let me try to do it justice. Oh God. And And he is so authentically true. And it is the most beautiful sound to me. Do you know what I mean? And I'm just like, whenever he's laughing in a room, everyone's laughing too. And it's another one of those same things of
Are
like,
you sure
he opens the door to like.
Are you sure that's not a character from like a Dr. Seuss movie? Like
he always
as
says
soon
it's like
as
a
you
seal
did that,
alarm.
I'm like, that's an elephant from the Dr. Seuss. That's an
It's like a seal alarm. Do you know what I mean? It's so cute. Oh my God. I love laughs. I love
It's
laughs in all
adorable.
shapes and sizes. Just laugh around me more. Do you know what I mean?
That would be that. Let's do that. Okay. I think that we should tell anybody listening to call in
Yes.
and leave a voicemail of their laugh.
Please. Oh my God. Make my whole life.
I think
We will video ourselves reacting
listening
to your laughs.
I think that would be
Please.
so fun.
Oh my God,
Because everybody has
please.
their own laugh, you know?
Call in right now and laugh because I will listen to it before I go to sleep. Please. Is that weird?
It's going to be, so instead of crying masturbating, you're going to be a laugh masturbating. That is what we call full circle comedy, everybody.
Call
Did
in.
you hear it?
Give
Did you
us
hear it?
your laughter, please. I beg of you.
Yep.
And make sure you tell us or ask us questions of things that you're thinking of doing that you think may be too much or times you may have been too much. We really want to hear it. And stay tuned for our next episode when we drop it in. Let's do a closer. We have a few minutes left.
What do we say? Again, never done a podcast before. I
Okay.
don't listen to podcasts. How do you close these things out?
We're just going to close it out by saying, make sure you text us, call us. We want you to be so heavily involved in this podcast. We want to have a community. We want to name you guys. We want to you want to be named.
We want to name you guys.
Yeah.
And we were
guys,
thinking,
girls, theys, thems, everyone.
everyone, yes. I'm trying to stop saying guys to decenter men from
Let's try.
my
I'll
world,
try.
but
yeah.
y'all,
Okay, y'all.
everybody.
Okay, y'all. We can always close it
Oh
off.
yeah, hoedown.
We can close off.
down.
We'll close off this hoedown.
Okay,
with
y'all is
thanking
not it.
y'all.
I hate it.
All right, it's out. And it's out just like that. I
Out.
really was going to commit, but okay.
I know you were committing
So-
to me, and I love that about you.
But and we thank them for listening. Thank you for listening. Thank you for listening. Make sure you call. Make sure you text. We want to hear from you. We want you to be a part of this community. We love you. You are never too much to us.
You're
honestly,
never too much to us.
You're not enough. We can't say that.
You're not enough. We
We
want
want more. We want more of you, and we will always be here for you. If you want a hype woman, if you want us to hype you up, that's us. The Calvary is here, and it's us. That's perfect.
I think this is a great first episode.
Me too.
I don't think we'll ever be able to top it.
We love you.
and the
Say
only
it
way you're
back.
going to find out is by listening to the next one next week.
Wait, and we should say that. We love you.
Say it back.
Perfect end.
If I